Hello everyone, welcome to Tennis Fan Video. Alex Eala has played and beaten some of the very best players in women's tennis. But there are still several dream matches for her and her fans to look forward to. Eala has yet to play Aryna Sabalenka, Elena Rybakina, Amanda Anisimova, Naomi Osaka, and others. Appearing as a guest on the latest episode of Served with Andy Roddick, Eala was asked to name her dream opponents, past and present. Alex Eala names Aryna Sabalenka and Serena Williams as her dream opponents. Eala first named her dream opponent from the past. "I have to say Serena Williams," she said. "You might get that chance," added Roddick. "If I was a betting man, I'd say she's going to be in sometime this week." Williams is rumored to be making a return to professional tennis this year, 4 years after her retirement at the 2022 US Open. Eala could well have the chance to play Williams, but is less likely to meet her other dream opponent. "Should I do two from the past?" she asked. "Okay, I'll do Serena Williams and Maria Sharapova." The Filipino went on to name her dream opponent, who is playing on tour today. "Aryna Sabalenka, of course," said Eala. "I think everyone wants to play the number one in the world. I almost had the chance last year. It's exactly what my coach told me in the semifinals before I played Jessica Pegula. He was like, 'Alex, you're in the semifinals of a Masters in Miami, nonetheless, and you're playing for a spot to play against the number one in the world. This is where you want to be.'" Almost. Alex Eala at the 2025 Miami Open. Round. Opponent. Result. Score. Winner. Katie Volinets. Win. 6-3, 7-6. 2R. Yelena Ostapenko. Win. 7-6, 7-5. 3R. Madison Keys. Win. 6-4, 6-2. 4R. Paula Badosa. Walkover. QF. Iga Swiatek. Win. 6-2, 7-5. F. Jessica Pegula. Loss. 6-7, 7-5, 3-6. F. Aryna Sabalenka. Alex Eala at the 2025 Miami Open. Eala lost to Jessica Pegula in 3 sets, narrowly missing out on the opportunity to play Sabalenka. The 20-year-old still hasn't met Sabalenka on tour, but how would she fare if they did face off? Well, Eala would be a big underdog, although her record against top players could worry the world number one. Alex Eala's record against top 20 players, 6-7. Match. Opponent. Opponent's rank. Result. Score. 2025 Miami Open 3R. Madison Keys. 5th. Win. 6-4, 6-2. 2025 Miami Open QF. Iga Swiatek. 2nd. Win. 6-2, 7-5. 2025 Miami Open SF. Jessica Pegula. 4th. Loss. 6-7, 7-5, 3-6. 2025 Madrid Open 2R. Iga Swiatek. 2nd. Loss. 6-4, 4-6, 2-6. 2025 Eastbourne Open 2R. Yelena Ostapenko. 20th. Win. 0-6, 6-2, 3-2, Ret. 2025 Wimbledon 1R. Barbara Krejcikova. 16th. Loss. 6-3, 2-6, 1-6. 2025 US Open 1R. Clara Tauson. 14th. Win. 6-3, 2-6, 7-6. 2026 Abu Dhabi Open QF. Ekaterina Alexandrova. 11th. Loss. 3-6, 3-6. 2026 Dubai Tennis Championships 2R. Jasmine Paolini. 8th. Win. 6-1, 7-6. 2026 Dubai Tennis Championships QF. Coco Gauff. 4th. Loss. 0-6, 2-6. 2026 Indian Wells 3R. Coco Gauff. 4th. Win. 6-2, 2-0, Ret. 2026 Indian Wells 4R. Linda Noskova. 14th. Loss. 2-6, 0-6. 2026 Miami Open 4R. Karolina Muchova. 14th. Loss. 0-6, 2-6. Alex Eala's record against top 20 players. Eala has already recorded 6 wins against top 20 players, including Iga Swiatek and Coco Gauff. Only time will tell if Eala will play Sabalenka this year, but it will certainly be something to keep an eye on. Eala was a set away from the Miami Open final last year, but couldn't quite repeat the feat in 2026. This time around, Eala lost to Karolina Muchova in the last 16. Failing to defend the 390 points she earned in 2025, Eala will drop out of the world's top 40. Live WTA rankings. Rank. Name. Country. Points. 41. Janice Jen. Indonesia. 1,317. 42. Katerina Siniakova. Czechia. 1,299. 43. Elisabetta Cacciaretto. Italy. 1,280. 44. Marketa Vondrousova. Czechia. 1,263. 45. Alex Eala. Philippines. 1,255. 46. Peyton Stearns. USA. 1,237. 47. Sofia Kenin. USA. 1,217. 48. Jessica Buzas Monero. Spain. 1,210. 49. Diana Yastremska. Ukraine. 1,165. 50. Teresa Valentova. Czechia. 1,161. Live WTA rankings. She will, however, have a chance to bounce back as Eala moves on to clay. Eala struggled on the red stuff last year, which means she has very few points to defend in 2026. A strong clay court campaign could see her shoot back up the rankings in no time. Eala will play her first clay event of the year in Austria, at the Linz Open. The 2026 Linz Open begins on Monday, April 6th. When young tennis star Alex Eala was asked a simple but intriguing question, who would be your dream opponents on the WTA Tour? Her answer revealed far more than just a list of names. It showed the mindset of a competitor who understands that greatness is built not only through victories, but through the challenges that push you to evolve. For Eala, the idea of dream opponents isn't about easy matches or comfortable victories. It's about stepping onto the court against the very best players in the world, those whose presence alone raises the intensity of the moment. Chasing the best. One of the names often associated with dream matchups for rising stars is Iga Swiatek. The Polish champion has dominated women's tennis with her relentless baseline game, heavy topspin, and ice-cold focus. Facing a player like Swiatek represents the ultimate test of discipline and strategy. For Eala, a match against Swiatek would be like stepping into a masterclass in modern clay court tennis, even if it happened on a different surface. The rallies would likely stretch long and brutal, with every shot demanding precision. But for a young player eager to improve, that's exactly the kind of challenge that accelerates growth. Dream opponents aren't just about fame. They're about measuring yourself against the standard. Power meets passion. Another fascinating potential matchup would be against Aryna Sabalenka. The Belarusian powerhouse is known for her explosive serve and fearless shot-making. When Sabalenka is in rhythm, she can overwhelm opponents in minutes with sheer force. For Eala, whose game blends tactical awareness with smooth shot production, such a match would become a thrilling clash of styles, precision versus raw power. Imagine the atmosphere. Sabalenka blasting serves at over 190 kilometers per hour, Eala scrambling, counterpunching, redirecting the pace. Every point would feel like a battle between control and chaos. Those are the kinds of matches that fans remember. The inspiration factor. Then there's the possibility of sharing the court with Naomi Osaka. Beyond her Grand Slam titles, Osaka has become a global icon, someone who transcends tennis with her influence and personality. For a young athlete like Eala, competing against Osaka wouldn't just be a tennis match. It would be a moment of realization. The sport's biggest stages are no longer distant dreams, but arenas she can step into. Osaka's massive serve and fearless returning could create a fascinating dynamic. But more importantly, the match would symbolize the passing of inspiration from one generation to the next. A battle of youth. Perhaps the most exciting dream matchup could come against Coco Gauff. Both players represent the future of the sport, young, ambitious, and already making waves on the global stage. Gauff's athleticism and defensive skills make her one of the toughest competitors to break down. Eala, known for her court intelligence and composure, would likely approach the match like a chess battle played at full speed. These are the rivalries that shape eras. When two young talents face each other early in their careers, fans can't help but wonder, is this the beginning of something special? Many legendary rivalries in tennis started exactly this way, two rising players pushing each other to new heights year after year. The Filipino dream. For Eala, every match carries the hopes of a nation. As one of the most promising tennis talents from the Philippines, she represents more than just her own ambitions. Each time she steps on court, Filipino fans around the world tune in, cheering loudly from thousands of miles away. Facing the biggest stars on the WTA Tour would mean even more visibility for the sport in her country. Dream opponents, therefore, also become dream moments for her supporters. Imagine the headlines: Eala vs. Swiatek, Eala vs. Gauff, Eala vs. Osaka. For Filipino fans, those matches would feel historic. Learning from the legends. One thing that makes Eala's mindset special is her perspective. She doesn't see elite players as untouchable legends. She sees them as benchmarks. Every great champion once stood where she stands now. Talented, ambitious, and still learning. Playing against the best accelerates that journey. Each rally becomes a lesson. Each loss becomes motivation. And every unexpected victory becomes proof that the future might arrive sooner than anyone expected. The bigger picture. Dream opponents aren't really about names. They're about moments. The roar of the crowd before the first serve, the tension of a deciding set, the feeling that something unforgettable might happen on the next point. For Alex Eala, the dream isn't just to face the stars of today. It's to become one herself. The WTA Tour is full of champions, but it's always searching for the next story, the next player who can inspire fans and challenge the hierarchy of the sport. Eala's journey is still unfolding. The dream matches she imagines today could easily become the headline battles of tomorrow. And when that day comes, the young player once asked about her dream opponents might realize something incredible. She's no longer the challenger. She's the dream opponent everyone else wants to face. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.